Durkheim's collective effervescence. At the heart of Émile Durkheim's sociology lies a recognition that some of the most profound human experiences emerge not from isolated individuals but from our collective interactions. In his landmark work, The Elementary Forms of Religious Life, 1912, the electrifying surge of shared emotion and solidarity that arises when people come together in ritual celebration or protest this phenomenon helps us understand why we feel more alive in a stadium chant, at a music festival, or marching shoulder to shoulder in a demonstration, and why attempts to replicate it online often ring hollow. The origins of the concept. Durkheim was interested in the social foundations of religion and the way communal practices. Observing Aboriginal totemic rituals, he noted moments when participants entered a heightened state of emotional unity, losing their individual separateness and feeling bound to something larger than themselves. He called this experience effervescence, an invisible energy that wells up from within the group when people come together and do the same thing. Émile Durkheim, The Nature of Collective Effervescence. 1. Rhythmic synchrony. Whether it's drumming in a religious ceremony, chanting at a protest, or cheering at a sporting event, synchronized action aligns participants' bodies and minds. That shared rhythm generates a palpable buzz of energy. 2. Emotional contagion. Emotions spread rapidly among people in close proximity. A smile, a shout. 3. Transcendence of the self. In the thrall of collective effervescence, individuals momentarily step outside their personal concerns. They feel connected to a collective consciousness, a symbolic entity that Durkheim identified as the social bond itself. 4. Symbolic reinforcement. Ritual objects, chants, flags, or even stadium mascots become vessels for collective meaning by focusing attention on these symbols. Modern manifestations. Although Durkheim studied primarily religious gatherings, collective effervescence permeates secular life today. Music festivals and concerts. That shared euphoria can feel spiritual, regardless of creed. Sporting events. Victories feel sweeter and losses more crushing when experienced together. Political protests and marches. Movements. The shared conviction and emotional intensity reinforce commitment to the cause. Religious ceremonies, Pentecostal services, or Sufi Dika rituals exemplify how liturgical chanting and communal prayer produce intense spiritual unity. Why digital substitutes often fall flat. When the COVID-19 pandemic forced gatherings online, many tried to recreate collective moments. Lack of physical co-presence. Digital platforms fragment sensory experience. Limited emotional contagion on video calls. Delayed reactions, muted audio, and small screens dampen the rapid spread of emotion. An applause track feels canned. Absence of shared ritual space. All carry symbolic weight. Virtual backgrounds and grid views lack that embodied reverence and spatial symbolism. Fragmented attention. Notifications, multitasking, and the compulsion to look away from the screen pull focus true effervescence. Implications for society and individuals. Understanding collective effervescence underscores why in-person gatherings remain vital. Social cohesion. Communities that regularly experience effervescence tend to exhibit stronger solidarity, emotional well-being, the psychological uplift from collective joy. It reminds individuals they are part of something larger, countering isolation and apathy. Mobilization and change movements. That collective energy can translate into sustained activism, fundraising, or policy pressure. Conclusion. Émile Durkheim's concept of collective effervescence. It explains why the roar of a crowd, the heartbeat of a drum circle, or the unity of a protest march, while digital imitations often leave us wanting in an increasingly virtual world, Durkheim reminds us that nothing quite matches the electric chemistry born of shared ritual and physical presence. To foster genuine solidarity and empathy, whether in faith communities, workplaces, we must continually make space for the collective sparks that ignite when people gather together, creating something far greater than the sum of their individual parts.